Welcome back, everybody. This is Great White Northerner, and we are about to start on box 9 of the book filler battle series. So we are trying to find all of the commemorative quarters from 1967, the silver Bobcat in 67, all the way up until 2020. We have done quite a bit. We've managed to get almost all of them. As you can see, we flip over here. We're just missing one on the second page, that women's colored hockey. We've got everything else. We've managed to upgrade most of these, so they're in really nice shape. And so we're getting a pretty decent collection of the commemorative quarters. And the challenge is to try and see how long it takes to actually find them all. So I found most of these in the first box, a big chunk of them, probably about 70 of the 92 or so, somewhere around there. And then I've been slowly filling in since then. So we are now on box 9, and we are lucky to find one filler in any particular box right now, because there's really only, well, now there's 3 left that I need to find. So hopefully we have some luck with this one. And we have actually a box and a bit here. I started off looking around trying to find some boxes of quarters and didn't have much luck finding any, so I was just taking bundles. So I grabbed a couple bundles, and then the last branch I went, they actually had a box, so now I've got a box and plus the 2 bundles. So I normally wouldn't take these. These are machine wrapped. So here in Canada, we have the issue of a lot of the machine wrap rolls have come from the mint. And if they have come from the mint, then the ARP or Alloy Recovery Program has cleaned out anything before 2001. So there will be no earlier coins. There will be no silver, anything with nickel in it. All of that is being recovered by the mint and melted down for profit. So I usually don't get the machine wrap rolls, and I almost turn these ones away, except I happen to notice on the top of this one, and if you can see, this is definitely not 2001 and newer. This is a 1968, as you can see, and that looks pretty silvery to me. So my guess is we got at least one silver. It's not the silver we're looking for. We're off by 1 year, looking for the 1967 silver, but maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe there's a few more of them in here. That's the first time I think I've found an ender in pretty much any box I've ever opened. So anyway, we got these two. And we're doing a battle with Emanuel over at Emanuel's workbench. So he's on the same box number as I am. I think his next video will be box 9, probably box 10. And we are almost neck and neck. I think he has 2 that he needs to get, and I have 3 that I need to get. So it's working out pretty evenly. It's surprising, actually, how close we are after 9 boxes. And it's very similar. He's also missing the 67, and I think he's also missing one of the, sorry, I'm not looking where I'm looking, the 67, and he's also missing one of the 1992 Province series. I don't think it's the same one I am. It might be like British Columbia or something like that. But anyway, so we're pretty close. This box here I haven't opened. I took a peek at the sides or through the lid here, and there are some machine wrapped in here, but I think there's also some customer wrapped as well. So let's just take a look and see what we got. Looks like we got a decent mix. So there are some machine wrapped. Those look pretty shiny. So I don't know if they're all 2019s maybe. Hard. Of course, I picked the one that doesn't have, I think this one I saw 2019. So anyway, it might all be mint 2019. So maybe I'll keep a couple of those just for the sake of having some right out of the roll. But the rest of these are all customer wraps. So don't see any enders on there that are too interesting. So yeah, so we're ready to go. I'm going to do a little rant here before I get started. Actually, no, I'm going to do a couple other things first, and then I'm going to do a rant. I wanted to just talk about the giveaway for this. So those of you who haven't been following along, we are doing a giveaway. Whoever gets to all 92 coins first, the loser of the competition will donate something to the other person's channel to give away. So what I've been doing is I've just been setting aside some of the better coins that I've pulled out of these rolls as I've been going. So one of each of the individual colored coins. So these are what I've set aside that were decent enough that I would have kept. And so instead of keeping them, I am going to give them away as part of the prize if I happen to lose, which right now I'm behind by 1 coin, so we'll see. So anyway, hopefully yeah, whether I have to give them away or not, hopefully you guys enjoy that if you end up being the lucky winners. All right, so there was that. I also want to remind you about my 500 subscriber giveaway. Please do go over to find that link. I'll put the link up in the description. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it up in the top corner so that you can go and sign up for that. Just make sure you put a comment and subscribe. Trying to get up to 500 subscribers, so I do appreciate that, and there's a good giveaway there as well. So that's it for that. So then as far as my rant goes, what I want to talk a little bit about is, as some of you know, I record on my phone, and I'm using a Samsung Galaxy S8, and it has, it's great picture quality. It focuses really nicely. I'm really happy with the camera side of it. But this phone is not that old. And some time ago, within probably a year and a half, 2 years of getting the phone, the charging jack stopped working. So I can't transfer files, and I can't charge my phone through the charging jack. And on top of that, today I went to plug in my microphone, headphones, combination headphone and microphone, and the headphone jack doesn't work anymore. So now I am stuck using the microphone on the camera, so I apologize in advance if there are any issues with the audio. I had been using a kind of a lapel mic so that if I turned my head, or if the phone wasn't pointed towards me, the audio would kind of drop down. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I'll try and be aware of that as we're going through. But yeah, this Galaxy, great picture, great video. I like a lot of the features in it, but boy, oh boy, the build quality, not happy with that. So anyway, let's get into this, and we will see what we can find. 3 more to go. Start with, let's start with this bundle here that has the silver in it, and it's always exciting, and might even start with that roll. All right, be back in a sec. Just for fun, let's do this one together. So this, I just started it just because it's hard to do with one hand here. But this is the one with that 1968 on the end. So let's just open this up together. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be more than one in this roll. And if not, well, oh, yeah, it definitely sounded silver when it clinked out there. I don't know if you guys picked up on that. It doesn't look like anything else. But let's find this. Yeah, that's definitely silver. 1968. We'll grab a magnet just in case, but I'm pretty sure that is silver. And yeah, awesome. Well, we start the hunt off with not what we're looking for, but it is silver, and that's always great. So, all right, I'll dig through the rest of this roll. I didn't see any of the other silver in there, and we'll see if there's anything else in there. I'll bring in if there is. Well, maybe we should have just gone through this roll together, because we're not even halfway through the roll, and there is a Cindy Klassen. So the colored Cindy Klassen is a very low mintage. It's around 3 million or so that were minted of this. This one's in pretty decent shape. The coloring is all pretty much on there. There's just a bit of wear on the high points. So that's awesome. That's a great little find. Happy to have found that. It does not fill a hole, but it might improve the one I have in the book for sure. And you know what? Let's just do this all together, see if there's anything else interesting in this particular roll. It'll probably be the only thing with my luck, but now that I've decided to go through the rest of it, well, there's a War of 1812. It's pretty beat up, a lot of wear on the high points there, so probably not one I'm going to keep, but I'll throw it up there for now anyway. And what else we got here? So I try not to put my camera out of focus. There's a plain Cindy Klassen, but we've got one of those already, and pretty decent shape. So yeah, that's it. Well, it wasn't much else in that other bundle. We're on to roll 13 now, and I just thought I'd bring you in because we haven't found much up to this point, but we did find another 1992 Province series in pretty decent shape. It is a Northwest Territories, which I'm not sure if that's the one that actually Emanuel's looking for, but anyway, we've got this one already, but this one might improve what we have. So anyway, I will set it up with the rest, and we're looking for Yukon, so hopefully that comes up in some of these other rolls. Roll 18, and we've got a couple more finds here, just potential improvements on what we've got in the book. We do have a blue orca here, and it's probably good enough to hang on to anyway. We also got another US. We got a few of these America the Beautiful quarters again. I'm checking them all for the W mint marks and any other potential errors that I'm aware of. And then we did get a 2004. Like, it looks all right. It's got a lot of color on the poppy in behind, but it is missing all of the color on top of this raised part here. You can see that raised poppy in the middle. And the ones that you want to keep have all the color on there as well. So that has all worn off. The color in behind is pretty decent, but it's not one I'm going to keep. So okay, so first roll of the box here. So it's at roll 21. And just dump this out. And I notice we got a couple here that are, I'll try not to put this out of focus, that are definitely not ones that belong here. So they did slide down, so I did see just the edge here, and I realized these are Australian coins. See, they're both from Australia there. A little bit thicker than a regular quarter, and they are both the, I guess, 10-cent pieces. I'm not sure what their denominations are in Australia. I imagine probably cents, but anyway, they're 10-somethings from Australia. So we're on roll 26 here, and I have another one here that I'm going to set aside just to see if it improves on the one in the book, because it's in pretty decent shape. This is from 2007, part of the Vancouver 2010 Olympic series, and it is the wheelchair curling coin, and this one actually has a mule. So I just thought I would take the opportunity to remind everybody to look for that mule, where the obverse of the coin got printed with the regular Olympic symbol on it. Normally this coin would have, of course, the Special Olympic symbol, which this one does, but there is a mule out there that you need to watch for where they've printed it with the wrong obverse, and it actually has the Olympic symbol on it instead of the Special Olympic symbol. So keep an eye out for that one. Definitely one to be watching for as you're digging through your change. So roll 31, and we got a few more non-book fillers, but we'll talk about them anyway. So got a pretty decent Natural Legacy from 2000, part of the Millennial series. It's it might improve the one in the book, so we'll check that. And I got a Yellow Falcon as well. It's a pretty reasonable shape. It's got some circulation wear on it, but I'll hang on to it for now. And we'll check that against the one in the book, make sure it's not any better, or if it is better. And then we did get a couple more America the Beautiful quarters. We got a 2019 Lowell, and what is this one here? This is the Ozark Riverways from 2017. Did check this one for the W mint mark, and it's not. So set those over with the rest. All right, so I thought I'd bring you in on this. We are, I guess, technically on roll, what is that? Roll 50 at this point. And I just pulled all these out just to check them to see if they were indeed all 2019s. And any of the enders that I can see all appear to be 2019. So this looks like this came right out of a mint box with 2019 quarters in it. So I'm not going to open these up. There's no point. But I'm going to set one aside. For the time being, 2019, I don't know what the mintage was in 2019, but I'm going to set one aside anyway. I'll pick the nicest looking one or the nicest enders, and whether I hang on to it or not, who knows. But for the time being, why not hang on to a roll of nice, freshly minted 2019s. So we're getting down to the wire here. We've only got 11 rolls to go. We are on roll 59, I guess this is. And I did pull out another U.S. America the Beautiful quarter. Again, it's 2015, so it doesn't have any of the special mint marks or anything. Set that aside. And then I saw this one come up, and I thought, oh, there's a not a bad-looking kind of older effigy on the back, and I wonder what this is. Flip it over, and it's 1970. So about 10 million of those that were minted. And it's in reasonable shape, so it's kind of nice to find them this way. And yeah, that's a keeper, not for the book, but for me. All right, roll 61 here, and I had a bit of hope for these rolls. Now there's a few more of them in there, so we'll see. It's older paper, so sometimes that's a good indicator that maybe the coins have been sitting for a while. And I think for sure this one has, but I don't think there's much in here after maybe 2006 might have been the most modern one that I saw. A couple of the Olympics ones in here, so maybe 2007, 2008. So, it's likely that this roll has sat around for the last 13 years. So sometimes you can find some really nice quality of the newer coins when you go through this. Anyway, I did find a creativity. It's I don't think it's any better than the one in the book. I will just set it aside just to double check. I would just remind you to be looking for that P mint mark. They are super, super rare. I think there are only 5 known in the world at this point, but you might as well look if you find one. And we did get the double poppy as well. Again, already got it in the book, but worth hanging on to. It's in reasonable shape, so I'll set that one aside as well. Only 4 more to go, and we did get a find here, so it is one of the more rare colored variants that you can be looking for. This is the 2017 Hope for a Green Future, and it's not going to replace the one in my book, as I'm fairly certain the one in there is in better shape, but this one's not bad, and it is an unknown mintage on these, but we're fairly certain it's pretty low. They're rare to find these, so I think they're definitely worth hanging on to. So pull those out of your coin or your change when you're either hunting or if you're just out of your pocket change. I think worth hanging on to for sure. I did get another US coin here, but nothing too special on that one. I'm sure all you coin roll hunters know the same feeling that I have when you look at that last lonely roll in the box and you're like, okay, this is the last one. This is going to have something good in it for sure. Anyway, oh, that says US on it. Well, I bet you this is a roll full of US. Anyway, as I was going to say, it's always a little sad you get to this last roll and it's like, well, hopefully we find something in here, especially if you've had kind of a dud of a hunt, which this one's not been. We've had some pretty decent stuff that we found, but yeah, we haven't found anything to fill the book. So, and we're probably not going to find anything in this one. I can't do this one-handed, so I'm going to open this up. If I see anything exciting, I'll bring it back in. Otherwise, we will do the final recap. As you can see, no silver. I did look through them. There is a 1965 in here, but of course not silver. And there was like 2 state quarters. The rest of them are all in horrible shape. There's nothing here. So, on to the recap. All right, so I've gone through everything, and the top row is stuff that is not really for the book, but I'll be keeping anyway. So, of course, we've got the 1968 silver, 50% silver. That was the very first coin we saw. Was an ender on one of those rolls, and that was the only silver we got. But happy to get that. That makes the hunt worth it right there. It's actually in pretty decent shape too. I might check that against my my book. It's got some wear here, so it may not be any better than what I already have. But anyway, nice to get the silver. And then we did get a couple foreign coins here as well from Australia. We got a 1970 lower mintage one in reasonable shape. About 10 million of those minted. Got a couple of the 92s, not the ones we're looking for. It was Northwest Territories, and light is right, pointed the wrong way. And we've got the Newfoundland quarter as well. A couple more War of 1812. A couple more from the Legendary Nature series, the Double Poppy. We've been getting a few of those lately. And of course the 2017, also a low mint one. Nice to find those. This stack here is the stuff that I replaced. So we found a really nice men's hockey. Let's see if I can bring it up here so you can see it right. Where are we here? Men's hockey. Oh yeah, right there. So that's really decent shape. Actually, most of the marks you're seeing on there are actually in the plastic, the sleeve that it's in. So great shape. So I replaced that one. And then we also have the St. Croix, that a little bit nicer one that I replaced there. And the wheelchair hockey one was slightly better. The one was in there was pretty good, but the one that I found was a little bit nicer again. Cindy Klassen, of course, a low mint 3 million mintage coin. I did replace the one that was in there, so you can see there's some wear on the high points on here, where the one in the book was did not have as much wear on those high points, so that improves the one in the book. And of course, I will be keeping that as well, so I'll stick that up here with the rest. And then these are ones that I set aside, but didn't actually replace. They weren't any better than what I already had. So that's it. Got a couple replacements. We got some nice stuff to hang on to. That Cindy Klassen, the one that I found anyway, 3 million minted, worth keeping that. Same thing here with this 2017. These ones are all questionable. Whether they make the final cull down the road, probably not. But anyway, set those aside for the time being. 1970 and the silver. So there we go. One more silver for the book. That's 2 in 2 boxes. So we went 9 boxes to find 1 silver, and 2 boxes we found 2 silver. So anyway, that's helping with the averages a little bit. Nice to get that. I guess that was a little bit more than a box and a half almost. I do have this roll as well. I'm going to hang on to it for now. I don't know. I forget what the mintage is. I don't even know if we've got the mintage numbers for 2019. I don't imagine they're particularly low. But, you know, I've got an opportunity to hang on to a roll of quarters that have never seen circulation. So I will do that for the time being. And then we got the US. So, of course, this was a complete roll of US. And these ones here, I did go through. I don't see. Actually, you know what? I'll spread these out for you. You guys can tell me if there is something I should be looking for. These are all the America the Beautiful quarters. And I don't believe there's anything that I'm aware of that I need to be looking for in these ones as far as mintage, or sorry, errors. Oh, that was a state quarter. So you can take a look. That's what I pulled out. I did check them all for the W mint mark, so for sure I was looking for those that would have had them, the 18s, or sorry, the 19s and the 20s. State quarter, West Virginia, and what else have we got here? California, Missouri, I don't remember anything in that. Virginia, New Jersey, Ohio, Arizona, another New Jersey, Louisiana, a couple of Louisiana. So I'm not aware of any common minting errors or double dies or anything in those ones, but let me know if there's anything I should be looking for in those. That's it. All right, thanks guys. We didn't fill the book. Still got 3 more to go. Please go over and check out Emanuel's channel and see how he's doing with his hunt, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, you all take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe.